Hi guys, welcome back to video 3. Right, in this video we're going to get the car so that when it touches the grass, obviously it crashes and has to start the lap all over again. At the moment we've got it so that the car moves and then it turns when we press the arrow keys. Obviously it's moving quite slow at the moment, but it can move over the grass. That means you can kind of cheat quite easily. So let's get that working. So let's get back to the start. So what we want to do is we want to say, we're going to do a forever. So we're going to say forever if the car touches this colour. So if it touches this green colour, well, it goes back to the start, points upwards, and it just keeps on going. So let's get a forever. Let's see what we're going to use here. So we've already got the forever here, but we're going to do it as a separate one this time. We're going to say forever if. So forever if. Well, we need something on top of it, so we need the when the green flag is clicked. So when the green flag is clicked, we're going to say forever if touching. So if we're touching this green colour, and that's in the sensing options, okay? So in sensing, we could say if touching, but it's not a sprite like we did in the fish game. We're going to say if touching colour. I'm going to drop that in the little diamond there. We're going to click just on this on the colour box here. And to select the right colour, you move over and you click onto the green colour. And you'll notice that it changes just here, look. So click it again, click onto the green, and it changes for you. So we're going to say when the green flag is clicked, if we're touching this green colour, what do we want it to do? Well, we kind of want it to do this little bit here. So we want it to go back to the start line and point upwards. So we can drag those two across. Let's find them. So we can say point in direction 0, so it points upwards, and we want go to X and go to Y. We want that to be -169 and -16. So we can just test it. Let's press the green flag. And you can see it, obviously it starts again. And if I crash, it does it again. So that seems to be working fine. Let's just test it. Yeah, there we go. And we've got that part of our game working. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in like a timer so that it just keeps track of time. And we'll use that later then to sort of keep track of how long a lap takes. So the first thing we're going to do, we need to go on to the stage. So we're going to click onto the stage and we're going to go to control and we're going to have when the green flag is clicked. Well, the first thing we need to do is actually create, like we did in our shark fish game, a variable. So we're going to click on variables and we're going to say make a variable and we're going to call this timer. Okay. You can call it countdown or lap or time left, or I'm just going to call it timer. Okay, so we've got timer here, and if you want to change what it looks like, you can double click on it, and you can just get it so that it literally is just the number, and you can position it somewhere on the screen where it fits. Mine's going to look quite good there. So we're going to say we're going to use the repeat 10 one this time, like we did last time in the previous game. And we're going to use the wait, so we can put that just over here for now and leave it there. We're also going to change the timer, so let's put those two in the middle there, okay? Now let's see what happens. So press the green flag and we can see it's going up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's going to do that 10 times because it's obviously repeat 10. What we're going to do, we're going to set the timer. So set timer, it's going to go not inside the repeat, just above it here, look, like that. We're going to set that to 60. So the clock is going to start at 60 seconds and it's going to count down to 0. Okay, so it's going to count down to 0. So we want that to repeat 60 times. So we're going to say set the timer to 60, repeat 60, wait 1 second, change timer by 1. Well, we want it to count down, so we need to change that to -1. Okay, let's put -1. Let's just quickly check it. So watch the timer. So it's counting down at the moment. So there we go. We've got the timer working. Okay. Obviously, at the moment that doesn't do anything, but we will use that later on to sort of determine who wins, and it's sort of get an outcome, a winner of the game. So at the moment you can see that's working. If I crash, the game starts again, and you can see if I crash, I keep crashing, it starts again. Right, get that done, and in the next video we're going to add in a lap timer, and then we're going to start to look at adding in a second car.